Guys, these are fighting words. These are words that tell America, you're not going to push us around. We're going to go until the end, until the last Chinese person is standing on the ground. We're still going to fight you. That is absolutely gangster for China to say. All right, welcome to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video is going to be special just like the last one. There's a lot of topics that I want to cover and a lot of things that you need to know. First one is Trudeau resigns. Well, it was called for. It was gonna happen. It was a matter of when. He's resigned. Now it's Carney against Pierre. Gonna go into a little deep dive into those candidates as well. The second topic we got is a worldwide trade war in the whole world. This is no longer a Canadian, USA, and a Mexican issue. This affects the whole world. We're talking about Europe. We're talking about Australia. We're talking about China. Now we literally have continents involved. So not a good thing. And the last thing is a stock market. The stock market is crashing. What does that mean for us at home in Canada? What does that mean for the American neighbors? So guys, Trudeau is out of office. He is no longer the Prime Minister of Canada. He's had a long reign. And I believe since 2014 up until now, they've been in power. Trudeau has been in power. If you think about Canada and you think about their leadership, you think of Trudeau. Trudeau's face comes to you. Now that face changes after literally a decade. It's been a long time, and it's the right time to change faces. Now, we have Carney, Mark Carney, against Pierre Poilievre. There's a lot of distinctions between these two individuals, and I want to go into a little deep dive into that. So when it comes to elections, there's two things, in my opinion, that matter. The first thing is the person himself. How is the person? How does he act? Is he confident? Can he speak? Can he speak with conviction? Can he carry himself with dignity and respect so that other people can respect him as a leader of a nation? Those are mandatory things. And the other thing is a party associated to that person. What are the things that they bring to the table? What are their values? What are their policies? That is another aspect. Now, for someone like Mark Carney, I just want to go over the resume of this man really quick. So he got his bachelor's from Harvard. He got his master's in economics from Oxford. He went on as a private entrepreneur, went on to become investment banker at Goldman Sachs, went on to become the governor of Bank of Canada, and dealt with the 2008 recession, went to England, becoming their governor of Bank of England, dealt with Brexit over there, and then came back. Now he's a leader of the Liberal Party. Sorry, I did not mention that he's also a chairman. He used to be a chairman. He now gave that up at the company called Brookfield. So he's got an absolutely stacked resume. So he's gone through things like the 2008 recession. He's also gone through things like Brexit, which are really upturning things for countries like UK. They're very big things, and he's gone through it, and he stabilized the market. That means a lot. But when it comes to being a politician, you need to know how to speak. You need to have charisma. You need to tell the people, this is what you did. This is how you're going to do better. You have to be able to communicate with the voters. I have a video to show you which sort of showcases his personality. Let's watch.
The relationship all of a sudden.
A wild hypothetical. Let's say the candidate wasn't part of the government. Let's say the candidate did have a lot of economic experience. Let's say the candidate did deal with crises. Let's say the candidate had a plan to deal with the challenges in the here and now.
You sneaky. You're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
Wow, that's all. So
there you have it. This is where he announces his candidacy for running for the Liberal Party. You know, he's got charisma. He's got humor. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Now let's move on to Pierre. I want to look at his resume because I just want to make sure that we're doing justice to both the candidates. Pierre studied international relations at the University of Calgary. He's a lifelong conservative, and he's had no private work experience. It's really the opposite of Mark Carney and what he brings to the table. Pierre is not an entrepreneur, but being in the politics is a hard game too, so we got to give him respect. He's been in politics all his life. He became a member of parliament in 2004. Guys, I'm born in 2002, and now he's a leader of the Conservative Party. Great for him, although not as stacked as what Carney brings to the table. I think where the difference is being made is actually the party behind these two individuals. Now you look at it, Mark Carney is a liberal. Liberals have been in power for literally a decade. When it comes to the party, what I believe is that people are moving more to conservatives. The reason why is liberals have been in power for so long that another term might mean the same thing, and people are already not happy. Conservatives bring a change, although that change might be good or bad, we're yet to find out, but at least it's a change. You no longer have liberals controlling the government, and they've been controlling the government for a long time. Now, Pierre, when it comes to his strategy, he understands that, you know what, his resume isn't as strong as Mark Carney, but he does other things to compensate for that. Let me give you an example. He follows our neighbor down south, Mr. Trump. I want to give you a similarity between these two guys, and it's sort of funny. President Trump always used 3 catchphrases, and that, did a good job. For example, drill baby drill, build the wall, drain the swamp. Let's move on to Pierre Poilievre. Bring it home. Carbon tax Carney. Axe the tax. These are good things that he's used from Trump's playbook. When it comes to Pierre, I just think that he needs to do more. He cannot simply say, I'm going to cut the carbon tax, when Carney already said that he's going to do the same. Now what? What else do you bring to the table? What else are you going to do that's really going to offer change to the Canadian people? They're not going to vote for you if you don't show them change. So what else are you going to offer Mr. Pierre Poilievre? And that's what you need to figure out. That's why he needs to go forward and really tell the people, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do in this. He needs to go on podcasts, do interviews that are 2 to 3 hours long that are unscripted. Hey, ask me any question. No question is off the table. Go for it. Give me your best. I got answers for you. That's what Trump did. That's what gave him the victory. And that's what Pierre should be doing, but he's not doing it. He's still stuck in his political bubble, and he's not willing to get out of it. I just think he needs to do more if he wants to win this race. Now, guys, there's a worldwide trade war going on, and there's only one person that I want to name who's behind this mess, and you know his name just as well as I do. It's Donald J. Trump. So let me just run by these tariffs for you really quick. And these are a lot. 25% on Canada, 25% on Mexico, 20% on China, 25% on aluminum imports from Europe and Australia. These are a lot of tariffs. What does that mean? That means $250 billion worth of tariffs that USA has put on other countries. America is making more money. When those products are coming into America, those tariffs go to the American government. They're making more money from these tariffs. Now, in retaliation, this is what's happening. Canada is retaliating with $50 billion worth of products back at USA. Europe is responding with $25 billion worth of products back at USA. China is putting on tariffs on America with $50 billion worth of products and $16 billion coming from Mexico. In total, that is $144 billion that are total tariffs put on against America. These are put on from other countries to America. These are big numbers. No joke at all. And the interesting thing is China took the spotlight here. China said, wait, we're not going to get bullied. We're not going to be pushed around. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take a strong stance. Let me show you what they said on X. So this is a Chinese embassy in the U.S. If the U.S. truly wants to solve the fentanyl issue, then the right thing to do is to consult China by treating each other as equals. And below they say, if war is what the U.S. wants, be it a tariff war, a trade war, or any type of war, we're ready to fight till the end. Guys, these are fighting words. These are words that tell America, you're not going to push us around. We're going to go until the end, until the last Chinese person is standing on the ground. We're still going to fight you. That is absolutely gangster for China to say. And you know what? Good for them. I hope we had leadership that would do the same in Canada. Another post that I want to show you is this one. The U.S. needs to realize that China is not a mirror image of the hegemonic U.S. The U.S. should stop viewing China-U.S. relationships with an outdated Cold War mentality. The U.S. must no longer seek to contain or go after China in the name of strategic competition. Whatever kind of war it is, a tariff war, a trade war, a Cold War, or a hot war, okay, they should not be fought and cannot be won. So again, China's using their influence, China's using their power to stand against America against these tariffs. And guys, the last topic is a stock market. So most of it has to do with tariffs. These tariffs are causing a lot of instability in the market, and they're responsible for $4 trillion of losses in the SPX index. Let me show you. Let's go SPX here. So you look at this, and this is a 10% decline. You want to look at Tesla as well. I mean, these aren't small numbers, guys. Tesla, I believe, lost 54%. That is so much. That is half of their market cap, market value. That is insane. So a lot of people are wondering, when stocks go down, is a recession coming? Is that what's next? Is that what's going to happen? Let me show you something that is going to blow your mind. Here we go. Since 1970 to 2025, which is this, we are currently here. So let me explain this chart really quick. Historical Treasury yield spread. This is where we are. Every shaded rectangle you see here is a recession. That's what it is. Every time this blue line, which is a yield curve, every time this blue line crosses or goes underneath this red line, the equator here, that's an inversion. And every time that happens, a recession follows. First time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth, sixth, and seventh. I'm not going to count COVID here because it was a technical recession. It wasn't a structural recession. But guys, look at this. We haven't been so inverted like that since 1980s, and you can see a giant recession that followed. We're up for a giant recession, and it's on its way. There's going to be something that happens, and recession is imminent. It's simply a cycle of business. It's going to happen. The most important part is, what are you going to do to protect yourself? And a lot of people say that there's a most amount of millionaires, they actually come out of recessions. It's when people buy when there's chaos, and when people sell when everything is good. And you want to make smart decisions when it comes to that. So be prepared. It's coming, guys. It really is coming. So that's all I wanted to say. That concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found value in it. If there's anything else that you want me to cover for the next video, please let me know in the comment section below. Anything you want me to fix, or something you don't like that I said, let's debate it. Let's go down into the comment section and let's talk it out. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.